as the title claims to this video, this is our last fab job, unfortunately. At least in this location. We're going over the next, couple weeks, planning on moving almost everything you see here, with the exception of this.
And maybe our first bench we built. Maybe.
Yeah. That'll all stay here. We're actually moving locations to a smaller yet bigger place. This place is what, 22 by 25?
Yeah. The physical garage is like 25 by 25. We're using about half of it.
So we actually found a 20 by 20 that is wide open. So we're gonna go ahead and start the moving process. Actually, I'm gonna start that tonight. As far as moving this stuff goes, we might be able to show you some of that because it'd be kind of cool. We're gonna utilize the flatbed for sure, possibly wreckers, possibly that trailer
pickups
from earlier in the week.
Yeah.
So
we call it BDM1.
That's a custom trailer we built. I'll actually insert the clips of that we took Monday because we're trying to figure out how to script this and make it work and not
Scripts don't work.
And avoid a bunch of senseless rambling and videos placed
like this.
Exactly, and placing a bunch of random clips in there make no sense. So I'll show you what we did to this trailer now. I'm going to put about 16 of these little guys on. Oops, sorry. About 16 of these little guys on. 3/16, half-inch hole. Because the only attachment points I do have is these little eye bolts that are scattered throughout the whole trailer. Now, with that being said, this trailer was intentionally built to haul our four-wheelers around. Well, we've been using it for other stuff, and it seems that we constantly need attachment points. So I'm going to render that right quick with electricity and welding rod. Alright, so after about an hour or two, I wasn't going to bore you with welding every single one of these silly things on here. Yep. Finally got them. Full tab. Yeah, a neat little trailer, it's got a little mobile home axle. Structure's all 3/8 angle iron. And these little green things up here are ramps. Got the pull pin up front. That little lip right there that hooks on the back, and you ride our four-wheelers up. Welded on jack, some chains, yay. Now, this thing is hooked to one of my trucks, my quote personal truck that we kind of use for off-road stuff. I'll get a little shot of it back here. Wow, just new to Dakota. Something cool about this truck though, we built the rear bumper, the pylon, the hood scoops that are functional, and the front bumper, which I'll give you a shot of. She's only got a couple inches of lift on her, nothing crazy, but then the bumper needs repainted something fierce. Yep, that hitch is active, like it's not there for show kind of thing. But yeah, it's a factory V8 truck, what, 4.7, 45 RE or RFE or whatever. I think it's a 241 T case. It's got the bigger 9 1/4 rear end, so it's actually a half ton, so pretty neat little truck. But we used to off-road this thing all the time, and you know, with the whole four-door thing, we decided, you know what, probably better off to haul kids around in. But I'm telling you, this truck will go places. It's pretty cool. So basically that was done, I think it was Monday. We came in and welded up those extra attachment points, and then it's been sitting at my house ever since. So we'll probably utilize that too to move some smaller stuff. I mean, the trailer's not built to haul, you know, 10,000 pounds of weight, but it's definitely coming in handy to move bulk items.
That's why we have a rollback.
That truck will take 10K and be pretty okay about it. Yeah. So today what we've got going on, we're not doing any of the moving stuff. What we God, I wish we were. So basically we have this. This is a spring, a loaded spring assembly for a Mini X.
It's for the drive wheel tensioner.
Cog, you know, the cog, not the cog, the bloody idler wheel.
The drive wheel, yeah.
The idler wheel goes here. That pushes against the piston. This one is together. There's two of them, obviously, one on each side. The other side, not so much, and that's why I'm kind of being sketchy about where I aim this thing. On the other one, the the threads stripped out of the nut or the bolt, one of the two, and shot this thing off in there. So we don't trust it. It's all right. That's why I'm kind of just, you know, if it hits anything, it's not going to be life or death.
Anybody who's ever who tried to disassemble and reassemble a strut for a car knows what a hand grenade these can be.
So we're sitting here thinking, because we had to compress the spring 3/4 of an inch, and it's a pretty big spring. How do we safely do that? I'm running through my mind how many clamps we have and all that stuff. And then it hit me. I happened to look over at...
I have a log splitter.
Log splitter. It's like, wait a minute.
Hydraulic press.
28-ton press. I was like, you know, I wonder if we can utilize that and make a head for it to become a press. So that's what we're going to work on, is making a head for the press, and then...
So we can rebuild those stronger.
Yeah, work on doing a head for the press, or for a press style ordeal, so we can decompress these and change out the bolts and whatever. We've got new bolts. These are about three-quarter inch. We're doing 1-inch bolts. We're going bigger. We're modifying the hell out of these things so it doesn't happen again. It's apparently a common problem on these machines. So we'll show you the build process on this goofy
on our hydraulic press attachment.
Yep, and then the rebuilding of these.
Yep.
So hey-ya. So here's the factory cutter head, or splitting head for the
log splitter.
Log splitter, which I was sitting there thinking about. I have a look over there. I was like, hey, we have a press right there. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take some angle iron, 2 pieces of 3/8, and a piece of 1/4 underneath. This piece Ray's about to cut is gonna go up in here somewhere with some 5/8 plate behind it and some 5/8 push plate over here with gussets. And that should be strong enough to do what we gotta do. Hopefully. Onwards, sir hunkers. Okay, so now Senior Ray is basically that little piece he just cut off. We're gonna chuck it in the lathe there. It can't be no longer than, I think, 1.5 inches. So he's gonna swap all this over and machine that down. My objective is gonna be all this out here. I need to get all this set up and kind of tacked together so we can use that other piece he just cut. Get it all tacked together so we know our widths, our dimensions, and whatnot. I'm going to start welding. Alright, step 2. Now we got these all welded together. I got this piece of solid stock tacked in. Ray's got this little guy machine that'll drop in here and get welded in. I guess right now my main goal is going to be running beads down through here and then flip it over and do the inside. Steps to go. We'll put this gusset in here. We'll drop this down in, burn that in, and this whole, whatever you want to call it, press, ready to go. I think that's not complete that phase. And here is our piece. That's the spring I was talking about, by the way. Fits right in there. Pushes her that way. We just did a test where we did put this spring in here and compress it a little bit, but it had nothing to hold it from springing left or right, so it'll push it. But yeah, that's the whole premise of this whole thing. Not the greatest threading job. That was fixing to let go too. So next, this is the whole repair we have to do. We took these 1 inch bolts, chamfered the mill down just the corners to fit in there, and put a bevel on them. The idea is I'll take a small rod and fill that with weld, and we're going to weld these to the outside. The spring, this is just on here for jigging, goes in here and bolts to the other piece right here. Bolt goes through, put the nut, cast nut with a cotter pen. Yep. So I'm off to weld them again. Alright everyone, it's been a few minutes for sure. So I'll show you what we kind of got going on. Boinger needs to go on this obviously, but it needed a collar, so to speak, on this end to keep it centered. So Ray made this collar, and he made the one we're currently machining. Now what he's doing, sorry for the noise. Actually, if you want to pause for a second, I can explain what you're doing is.
I'm making big metal smaller.
Is basically he's taking down the weld I just laid down so the spring will fit over it. Get your close up.
We're not far from it.
Yep, that's kind of yeah.
All right, now I need to see.
Do you? Do you need to see? Do you?
You get to count those nose hairs.
43.
See if you can do something with that booger in the right nostril.
Go ahead and stay still and I will. Just like that, so it sits flush. With the weld there, it doesn't sit flush. That and the last thing we gotta do, we gotta drill a hole here for a cotter pen. The one in the lathe now has already got it drilled, did that earlier. That requires a whole different setup because we have to use the mill head to punch down. We'll get this done first, assemble this one, come back, drill that one hole, and assemble the other one. Hopefully we'll have this rude. I can't escape the sound. So hopefully we'll have this done tonight. Alright, we're rejigged. Kind of got a little bit of a pilot there. We're going to spin this thing, it's only like 100 RPM. And just very carefully, just let it eat. You gotta be patient, that's the trick. Yep, slowly let it eat. If it wants to bounce up at you, let it bounce up. See? The last thing you want to do is force that bit, because you will snap it. But, I'll plop you guys right here. Give you a little elevation. Yoink. I'm very carefully going to drill this. So I don't know if my hand's in the way, but you notice it's not jumping as hard anymore. Right there for sport. Okay. So I quit jumping. Now it's starting to pull chips. So it might be hard to see, so it's walked a bit. If you watch, it's going to kick out. Well, it's not going to line up now. There it goes. See how it's kicking the bit over into the hole? Matter of fact. See? So to counter that, give that a quick rotate. Coming through.
The problem is we gotta find longer. We'll have to go to like Tractor Supply or something to find longer cotter pins.
Yeah. Now into sketchier pastures. So here is one completed unit. Got a bolt in it, and here's the tensioning piston. It goes right there. The original problem is there was no cup there, so this slid and did that number and all sorts of crazy stuff. It did that.
The bolt came this way.
No, the piston came this way.
Oh, that's right, we turned that around, didn't we?
Yep.
Should go like that. It popped out and went sprung and wedged.
But the initial problem, I think... Yeah, so this was the original...
I just got splooged.
Wow. So this is one of the original bolts, whatever you want to call it. As you can see,
It's bent and stripped.
yeah, bent pretty good. So, yep, there it is. The bend's right here. Yep. Anyway, this should work out a lot better.
So it's end of the day Friday.
Yep.
And we just finished the last project.
Yep. It's the last project we're doing here. Quote here.
Yeah, the last somewhat.
This is going to stay here.
That's a personal restoration. That's different.
Yep. So Ray's going to work on this, and that's going to kind of be like a sub-series kind of thing. We're definitely going to monitor his progress, make sure he's doing something. Don't snort the freaking birds. Ah! But no, he's definitely going to show some updates on this.
You'll see stuff here and there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Matter of fact, the chassis will be going over to the new place and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
In the not too distant future to get motor mounts, trans mounts, all that fun stuff.
Yep.
So that is, it's not like we're never gonna film here again. We will be, trust me.
It's just, for the most part, this will be the last major project other than this.
Yeah. And putting the trans in the wrecker, we still have got to do that.
Yes, we do.
So anyway, we're gonna basically sign off for the week, and yeah, there may be some video next week, but if not, definitely a week after. So
Yeah.
we're gonna change our situation here a little bit. It's been a long time coming. We've been needing more space for a long time.
We outgrew my garage about 6 months after we moved into it.
Pretty much, we realistically did. And they kept acquiring equipment, acquiring. And you've seen a few times, you know, hey, we didn't record yesterday because we cleaned the place and organized it because we just piled all.
Got another tool.
Yeah, we'll share that next time.
Yeah, I went to get a truck and bought a tool too.
Can't send them nowhere.
So like, share, subscribe.
Mm-hmm. Leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you.
Yep. And then ring the bell.
Mm-hmm. Do that too. So we'll see you guys in a week or two. I'm not sure yet.
That was a squirrel.
It's fine. It won't squeak until I get up. What the fuck? Chicken down. Point the chicken down. I'm scaring towards the ditch. Whack! Bonk!